guys, Radical Reggie, and I am here to talk about the ClassiQ II HD system. Now, this is a Super Nintendo and an NES clone system. Very excited to try this out, so let's take a look. Alright, so here you have 4 control ports, 2 for the NES, 2 for the SNES. You also have the control slots here, NES on the top, SNES on the bottom, the power switch and the reset button. Here's the aspect ratio switch, the power, the composite cable, and HDMI, which is awesome for modern televisions. So here's the region switch. You'll mostly be using this switch if you play PAL games on the system. Here's the composite cable, HDMI cord, AC power adapter, and of course we have the 2 controllers. You get one for the Super NES part of the system, and the other for the NES part of the system, which is a dog bone, which is based off the NES top loader. Alright, so here's the system, and here are the games we're going to test out here. There's Sonic Blastman 2, Fatal Fury Special, Star Fox 2, the first prototype, Star Ocean, the Time Walk Edition, Poppin' Twin B. This is a PAL game, so we'll have to use the switch in the back. This is the Esper Dreams Part 2. This is a reproduction made with the original game's parts. Verse Super Mario Brothers. This is the arcade special edition of Super Mario Brothers, and one of the most radical games in existence, Reggie's Radical Adventures. So we're going to test these games out and see how they work. Alright guys, so we're going to start the list off with Reggie's Radical Adventures. People have been asking me to play this for a long time, so I thought this would be the perfect system to try it out on. I just want to show you guys you can change the aspect ratio during gameplay while you're playing the system. So just showing you a couple clicks there, and there's that. So you know you can do it. Man, it's been a while since I played this game, and it was nice. It was nice to knock off the dust and play it. When I was capturing this footage, I actually got pretty far in it, but I kind of put it down because I had to capture some more games for this video. But just a little talk about the game. The game is really plays like Super Mario Brothers 3. So if you're a big Mario 3 fan like me, that's my favorite Mario game in the series. You'll definitely like this game. It does take a while to get used to the running gimmick, but once you do that, I mean, the game is gold. I beat the game, I think it was on 3 years ago before I went to a party, and I remember I was just really happy that night. First Super Mario Brothers was a game I played back in the arcades. I think I was around maybe 7, 8 years old, and I noticed it was vastly different from the Mario game I had on my NES system. Well, I won't say, it wasn't too much different, but there was a lot of changes I noticed right away. One thing is that the coin system was really high. You had to get a lot more coins to get an extra man. And a lot of the game was pretty much altered from the original version. Not altered in the way that it was really hard, like Super Mario Bros. 2, The Lost Levels, but just more of a, I would say, refined version of Super Mario Brothers. I played the original game so many times in my lifetime, and I just am done with it. Like, I can't play it anymore. But this game, I don't know, it just brings something different. I have no idea how they ported this to the home console, but I'm just happy it's here, and it works flawlessly on the system. A good note in this game, it actually saves your high score system, so you can actually type your name in this game, and it saves your score. Esper Dreams 2 was originally a Famicom game that came out in Japan. A couple years ago, I got an English fan translation, and when I found that out, my buddy Eric told me that he could put it on the cart for me. The funny thing is, though, in order to get this game to fit on an NES cart, we had to kind of modify it, and what you see here is like a long cart. So the game plays like more, I would say, like an action RPG. The whole thing is you have to go to these worlds and fix things that are wrong with them. There are 5 that I know of so far. They're all very interesting, from a train ride to being on a dock and all kinds of stuff. I really need to get back into this game because this is definitely a game you don't want to put on the shelf. And I'm glad to report that the game works flawlessly on the system. Very happy about that. I was a little nervous at first because of the process to make this game, but it works great on the system. Now here we have Sonic Blastman 2. This is a game that's definitely a hidden gem beat 'em up. A lot of people don't really know about this game. Um, Everybody knows that most beat 'em ups are pretty universal. You know, there's only one premise. Uh, beat people up, move forward. Sonic Blastman has all that too, but just a lot of different moves to your disposal. Lots of animations going on in this game. Really looks good for a SNES game. Poppin' Twin B is a shoot 'em up game for the system. This was released in Japan in PAL territories. The one I'm playing right now is the PAL version. So, in playing this version, you have to make sure you push the region switch to PAL. Now, this game is what you would call a shoot 'em up, but by the looks of it, most people call this type of game a cute 'em up because it looks all cutesy. Uh, the Super Nintendo system wasn't, well, in my opinion, wasn't really known for a lot of its shooter games. That was more of the Genesis type thing. But it did have a couple of shooters like this. It's kind of sad they were unknown because a lot of them weren't released over here in America. But we do have some. But what this game has going for it is really slow paced. You can see a lot of the scrolling. It doesn't really go too fast, so it might not confuse your eyes, hopefully. But the graphics look outstanding. Very colorful game. It's very pretty looking. One of my favorite RPGs of all time is the Star Ocean series. The first game I actually played in the series was the second game, and I never got to play the first one until like maybe a couple years ago. I'm talking about the Famicom original. This one is actually a reproduction cart with the fan translation in English. It works good on the system, no problem, sounds good. Action RPG, lots of fun. Not too much to say about it because I'm still trying to beat the game, but I just wish this game would have come out to America because, man, a lot of people would have, I don't know, they would have I think this game would have did well. But unfortunately, it came out late in the life cycle, so when that happens, usually they just kind of say, forget it, we're going to work on the next system. Here we have Star Fox 2. This is the prototype that was released maybe 5-10 years ago. I have no idea. I can't remember. But yeah, this game was originally unreleased and now it has an official release. But anyways, I have a reproduction cart on the system and game plays well. Since I have the original reproduction, the game has a targeting system in it, so it makes it a lot more fun to play. The system being able to play this game lets you know it's the real deal, so I'm very happy with what I've seen from the system thus far. Also, I want to let everybody know, if you play Star Fox 2, make sure you play the game on expert mode because the game is it just seems like more of a challenge, of course, on expert. The game is really short. You play on easy or normal. That depends on how good you are too. All right, guys, so that's my review of the ClassiQ II HD. Very authentic system. Very, very happy with this. A lot of clone consoles out there are very cheaply made. They feel like toys and they look like toys. This one looks professional. It's an outstanding looking system. Plays everything well. I haven't had any trouble with it, and it has a bunch of features on it built in. HDMI. The PAL switch. And all that stuff is really convenient, especially for playing this stuff on a modern television. in closing, I want to say thank you for Old School for sending me the system. This was sent to me to try out, and I actually did not have a 16-bit Super Nintendo, or I didn't have one. I had a clone console in my room, but it was it's damaged. So now this is going to replace that. So thank you for that. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this review, and I will see you later.